2, 1, ignition.
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Hi.
We're looking at 1969's Journey to the Far Side of the Sun.
Do I have to go through with this?
It's your job.
And while flawed, this is an interesting sci-fi produced by Jerry and Sylvia Anderson. Something you can definitely spot. The film opens with an X-ray of Herbert Lom. And there are more recognisable actors in this than I have time to name check. Lom is visiting this high security area to view some top secret plans, but back in the safety of his bathroom, my false eye doubles as a cocktail stirrer. Does yours? Nope, just an ice cube. He's a spy who has taken pictures of sensitive information concerning the findings of a round-the-sun satellite.
The far side of the sun, over 100 million miles from Earth, hidden from the eyes of radio telescopes by the sun itself.
Is that right? Over to our science advisor. Dad, I know we only ever see one side of the moon. Is that true of the sun as well?
No.
I learned something. But the big news is what the satellite found.
Now I'm going to hold the film here to show you the first complete photographic evidence of a new planet.
Mirroring Earth.
That it is in the same orbit as Earth.
Well, I hate to keep disturbing him, but back to our science advisor. Dad, is it possible there's a planet on the far side of the sun mirroring Earth?
Didn't I cover this when you reviewed Warning from Space?
He's right. Check out our review here. As I said then, doesn't really matter in the context of a sci-fi film, set in a future in which broad stereotyping is a thing of the past.
Then perhaps the chairman will share with us his estimate of the cost of this manned expedition.
Sorry to throw my baguettes out of the basket like that, but I am very angry. And in which women are of course allowed in mission control. Out you go, love. Can't have you menstruating all over the place. Space agency Eurosec will send a two-man team of inexperienced astrophysicist John Kane.
Me?
And insecure astronaut Glenn Ross.
Is that how you prove your virility?
In the original script, she was having an affair which got cut. Doesn't excuse anything, but it does explain this oddly charged introduction.
How do you do, Mrs. Ross?
I'll be seducing you later. Ross's marital issues to one side.
America's top astronaut. Sterile.
We now focus on the mission in excruciating detail.
Main oxygen system go.
Wouldn't want to miss this. Finally, they take off.
Well, she flies.
That's a bonus. But top marks for being one of those rare films in which space is silent. They now go to sleep for the 3-week journey. As do the audience. Honestly, it's like they're trying to show this in real time. Finally, they reach the new planet.
Clouds. There are clouds, Glenn.
Damn it, we haven't gone anywhere. Oh well, let's start again. Their journey is a success. Their landing less so. I'm not convinced that in the event of a spaceship crashing to Earth, anyone thrown clear is just getting up again like it's a minor fender bender. More surprises follow. And then...
Do you speak English? I'm Air Sea Rescue.
Notice the logo on his top is reversed. Ross seems to be back home, which is impossible, and leaves him with questions to answer.
We reached the new planet, yes.
You agree that to fly to the planet and return is a journey of 6 weeks.
Yes.
You accept that you have in fact returned 3 weeks after launching.
Or at least the same question over and over.
3 weeks later, you return.
To the planet and back in 3 weeks.
It takes 6 weeks to travel to the new planet and return. You were gone 3 weeks.
Here's the thing. We were there with him, almost minute for minute. We know he didn't turn back. In fact, I think most members of the audience could hazard a pretty good guess at the twist.
Everything is reversed.
A mystery in a movie is only fun if it's a mystery for us. If we know and they don't, then it's interminable, particularly when they notice things inconsistently.
What the hell are you doing?
I think I was on the wrong side of the road.
And come to think of it, when did we get a right-hand drive car? For the sake of the movie, I will accept the existence of a mirror planet in which every moment of human history has played out identically, but the other way around. However implausible the explanation,
I propose a complete duplication of matter.
with inevitable consequences for light switches. I struggle to buy how long it takes them to notice.
Kane's internal organs were found to be on the opposite side from normal.
And you only just caught that?
It was all there on the computer readout when you had your electronic medicals. I assumed wrongly that it was a fault.
Some people might have checked, not me. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is Herbert Lom, whose plotline was extinguished over an hour ago along with him. The real problem is that Kane dies shortly after the crash, abruptly ending his storyline. The problem is Ross's marital breakdown.
The brutal truth of the matter is that you went up there a man, but you came back less than a man.
Which serves no purpose but to establish him as a wife-beater, which doesn't stop him from being the romantic hero with another girl.
Well, it's a buyer's market.
You know what they say, what happens on the mirror planet stays on the mirror planet. Some of these unfinished plotlines are down to a very troubled production, but you have to balance that against the detail. This spacecraft is reversing. Procedural spaceflight can absolutely work in films like Fritz Lang's Woman on the Moon, 2001, and more recently The Martian, films in which detail and a degree of scientific accuracy is used to underpin the drama. Journey to the Far Side of the Sun has no drama. It's just a long journey out, a brief period of confusion,
Still doesn't make sense.
then Ross heads for home. Somewhat unsuccessfully, but at least he takes the entire facility with him. I admire a film whose reach exceeds its grasp. I just wish it could have grasped something less tedious.
The words of an egotistical megalomaniac.
Thanks for watching. For more reviews featuring our science advisor, click here. What films use scientific accuracy to good effect? Let us know in the comments below.
But you better forget these ideas you have about leaving.